Chapter 63, Chapter 26. The lake behind the Black Tower is an artificial lake. Many fish and other aquatic creatures live here. Currently, Zeal is sitting and fishing while spending time in the lake. In addition, he was also waiting for someone to appear. Since when did you notice? A girl's melodious voice answered from behind the tree. Suddenly, the light there distorted and revealed the figure of a beautiful girl who was the same age as Zeal. Zeal knows the girl. She has long golden hair and an oval face. Her eyes are the same color as her hair. That makes her even more charming. She is the princess of Arla Kingdom, Freya Aurelia. She was currently wearing her academia uniform. The academia uniform for male and female students were slightly different in the color. Male uniform for the academia students is a long pants and black skirt with a matching color blazer on the outside. It's just the blazer has gold and silver ornaments. Also has a long gold tie on his collar, while the uniform for female students is short, knee-length black skirt combined with a long white tufted skirt for the top. It has a gold-colored ribbon tie in the middle of the collar, which looks cute yet elegant for female students. And on her right arm was a 7-star emblem, indicating she was a Class S student. Princess Freya, who was currently in her academia uniform, looked very beautiful and adorable. The uniform exposed her long, white, beautiful legs. Sometimes her skirt would swing in the wind and reveal her smooth thighs. Since the party wasted Princess Harish and Lady Clara, Zeal answered without taking his eyes off his fishing hook. He knew that Princess Freya already recognized him, so he spoke nonchalantly. Is that so? As expected of Zeal, she chuckled and walked over to him. After that, she sat next to him, not caring that her skirt would get dirty. She took out her fishing rod for her storage ring and went fishing beside him. Can this girl fish? And why does she keep fishing rod in her storage ring? Zeal muttered in his heart after seeing what Princess Freya suddenly did. What are you doing? You'll be late for the admission ceremony if you're here. Zeal has been in the lake for 1 hour, so less than an hour until the new students' admission ceremony will begin. The girl who was fishing next to him should have taken part in the ceremony because she was one of the students with the highest scores. An exam is always, since the Princess Academy will panic if Princess Freya is not present at the ceremony. I don't care about the ceremony. She smiled broadly at him. And the one in front of her is not Zeal, but another boy. They will instantly fall in love with that smile. So what do you want from me, Your Highness, Princess Freya? Zeal saw the girl next to him. He felt the need to keep his distance from her, because Zeal doesn't know what the girl is thinking. What I want from you is you. Princess Freya looked straight into Zeal's eyes. Suddenly her body trembled and became hot. Little by little her face started to blush. She used all her courage to say that, but because she was lingering embarrassment, she couldn't stare at him for too long, and turned her face away from him. Your bait seemed to have been eaten by fish. Zeal, who heard that from Princess Freya, kept his poker face. Then he pointed at Princess Freya's fish hook, which was starting to switch. Oh, you're right. Look like a big fish. Princess Freya immediately pulled her fishing rod, but the fish Shikal was not as big as she thought. Good. So how long will you be here? Zeal thought it would be troublesome if the academy panicked and looked for her all the way here. I don't know. There's nothing important at the ceremony anyway, so I'll just accompany you here. She shifted his seat close to Zeal. She looks very clinging to him. Whatever. After saying that, Zeal just focused on the fishing rod in his hand and didn't care about Princess Freya's besides him. Time goes by slowly. Princess Freya doesn't care about Zeal sitting silently next to her. She smiled while humming, waiting for her bait to be eaten by the fish again. After sitting there for a long time, Zeal realized that the new student's admission ceremony was about to start, but Princess Freya showed no sign of getting up for her seat. Looks like she was serious when she said she would accompany Zeal there. Alright, I'm done. Here, if you want to keep fishing, then go ahead. Good luck. Zeal put his fishing rod back into his storage space and stood up from his seat. He planned to go to the Skydome Hall to take part in the new student admission ceremony. Wait, I'll come with you. She put her fishing rod in her storage ring and chased after Zeal, who had walked away from her. The Skydome building at the Pink Manta Great Academy. The hall is already filled with students who were accepted to the academy. They sit randomly, not based on the class order, but for Class S. They have a special place. The 100 people with highest grades will serve as example for students from other classes. And a row of seats reserved specially for the Class S. More than 90% of the seats are already occupied by students. The rest is unknown. Whether it was late or couldn't come, the presence of the Class S students was very important for the ceremony. Princess Aisha and Princess Fritz, who also entered Class S, have already taken their seats. To the right are Princess Vanny and Hugo, Clara and Princess Arish. They're happy to have the seat next to each other. And to their left was the blood-red-haired girl with the ponytail, Princess Rihanna Rebelia. Meanwhile, Lilith and Bereth, who were also Class S, were sitting a bit away from them. Princess Aisha currently looked confused and worried because she doesn't see Princess Freya anywhere. Likewise for Princess Freya's older brother, Princess Fritz. Aisha, do you know where Freya went? Princess Fritz was looking for Princess Freya in the hall, but he couldn't find her at all. I don't know. After she changed into her academy uniform, she immediately went somewhere. Princess Aisha happily to get the same room as Princess Freya. Another one of the roommates is a merchant's daughter from the Rebelia Kingdom. But Princess Freya had to change into her academy uniform. She immediately left without telling her where she was going. Princess Aisha thinks she will return before the ceremony starts, but until now she can't find Princess Freya anywhere. Where did she go? Doesn't she know that the ceremony is about to start? Prince Fred's message his head because he was dizzy thinking about his younger sister's behavior on the first day of entering the academy. I thought she would come. Princess Aisha's words were interrupted because she saw a beautiful golden-haired girl and a normal-looking black-haired boy walking together in the hall. What? Why did she come with that guy? Princess Aisha glanced at Clara, who was chatting with Princess Arish. No one seemed to notice that Princess Freya had come with the boy. She intended to ask Princess Freya about where she had gone before or after she joined them in the Class S lineup, but she didn't head to the Class S lineup. Instead, she followed the boy, mingling with the other classes. As if noticing our gaze, Princess Freya smiled and waved her hand at Princess Aisha. She looked lagging to Zeal for some reason. She was annoyed by Princess Freya's behavior. Strange, didn't anyone notice Freya was sitting there? Princess Aisha was confused and looked around where Princess Freya was sitting. Not a single student glanced at her, as if they all don't recognize Princess Freya. I have to talk to her after this ceremony, Princess Aisha muttered with discomfort in her heart. Zeal calmly watched the admission ceremony, starting with the opening words of the principal, followed by the speech for the best students, Prince Fritz. Too bad none of the 5 kings were present. There were only their representatives, then introduced the teachers who will be their homeroom teachers. Zeal knew 3 of the 7 teachers in front of the persons who became Zeal's homeroom teacher was Galia, Venetia, but the calm was disturbed because of the girl next to him. Zeal, what did you do to them? It's not that I'm overestimating myself, but I'm sure if they saw me with a boy, those people would be noisy. Princess Freya tilted her head while touching her lips with her finger. That act looks like adorable even so. Still, no one paid any attention to her. First name is Ken. Second, you can go to class S line, so you can be the center of attention. If someone sees you here with me, it will only be troublesome. And third, why are you not noticed by the people around you? That's your spell, which is previously used, Zeal. Used the same spell that Princess Freya used when hiding behind the tree. Light comfort flag. What? Uses my spell? When the Karma flag spell that Prince Freya used is one of the exclusive magic of the Orla royal family, but right now the magic is being used by Zeal. Won her without even knowing it. Zeal just remained silent until the ceremony was over. Then he intended to quickly leave the place back to his room. The rest, but someone's voice interrupted his footsteps. Ken, Clara and Princess Iris walked up to him. "Milady, Princess Iris." Zeal bowed slightly to them, while Princess Iris replied with a smile. "Ken, where have you been? I don't see you anywhere." "Aren't you taking part in the ceremony?" Clara previously also looked to Zeal from the Class S lineup, but since she couldn't find him in the hall, she thought that he didn't attend the ceremony and intended to look for him with Princess Irish after the ceremony was over. "Sorry to interrupt your conversations." A girl's voice from behind stopped their conversation.